Why are my Visual Studio Code breakpoints not hitting? Imagine you're trying to catch a bug in your code, but your breakpoints just won't trigger. It can be frustrating, right? Let's figure out why your breakpoints in Visual Studio Code might not be working as expected. First, check if your code is actually running or if you're debugging the wrong process. Sometimes, your application runs multiple processes, and the debugger attaches to the wrong one. Make sure you are debugging the process where your code executes. Next, verify if your source code matches the build. If you change your code but forget to rebuild or recompile, the debugger might be running an outdated version. Always rebuild your project after making changes. Another common issue is optimized or inlined code. When you build in releases mode with optimization turned on, some functions get inlined or rearranged, which can prevent breakpoints from hitting. Debug in a debug build to avoid this problem. Also, double-check your debug configuration settings. If you are attaching to a process, confirm that the configuration matches your code type, like JavaScript or Python. Mismatched settings can cause breakpoints to be ignored. Sometimes, breakpoints are set in files that are loaded dynamically or included from external sources. The debugger might not recognize them if it doesn't walk through included code properly. Make sure your breakpoints are in files actively loaded during execution. Another issue is that breakpoints might appear active but are not actually enabled. You can try deleting and resetting breakpoints or clearing all from the breakpoints panel. Sometimes, the debugger extension itself has bugs or compatibility issues. Check for updates or known issues with your language extension. Remember, always run your program in debug mode, not just run mode. Rebuild after code changes and disable optimizations if possible. If breakpoints still don't hit, insert explicit debug break calls in your code to verify execution flow. Confirm that the debugger is attached to the correct process and code type. Check the breakpoints panel to see if breakpoints are active and not disabled. Review your launch.json configuration file for any missettings. Keep your Visual Studio Code and language extensions up to date to benefit from bug fixes. By systematically checking these factors, you can identify why your breakpoints aren't hitting and fix the issues. This will make your debugging sessions smoother and help you find bugs faster.